Would you say that you having a sports science degree sets you apart? Because I used to work at a chain in Singapore. I don't think any of the trainers had a sports science degree.
A lot of people either go onto YouTube, click onto YouTube, try, and then land up either overdoing things.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, right? You went and asked as to what should I be doing, and she was just like, you just need to rest.
Yeah.
Like-
You picked up a personal training cert at 16.
At 16.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that.
So
Does that happen? The strength and
conditioning
conditioning
coach
Okay.
for the Indian women's cricket team,
For the national team.
for the national team.
Really?
Yes,
For the national
for
team?
the national team.
Oh my god, how long did that happen? It's epic when people say genetic.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's genetic. And the other day, one of the eye doctors was telling my dad it's old age. Maybe he's right about the old age bit. But when people say old age, what they mean is wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
But different people wear and tear differently based on what you've been doing.
Right.
Right? Because you have a 60-year-old who can't walk. Then you also have a 60-year-old bodybuilders like smiling, and both men and women. And so, like, where does your old age argument go? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Zephyr Show. Today I have with me Benafsha. So today I'll be talking to her, just like my other guests, about her life, what made her excited and passionate to join fitness and health, how that ties in with her story, what they do for clients, and how she's making the world a better place, one human being at a time. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So I am Benafsha, like he introduced me. I am from Mumbai, and I used to play judo as a sport.
Nice.
So I used to represent the state.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
Maharashtra.
Yes.
Okay.
And from there on, I mean, as I was playing, I was in school and I was playing
Yeah.
in high school, and we were deciding as to what career should you pick up.
Right.
Because as a sports person, you want to carry on playing a sport.
Yes.
So you don't pick.
Yes.
At that time, at that age, we still want to get into carry on playing sport. So I'm one of those few lucky ones who got the opportunity to make a career out of what he or she likes.
Yeah.
So while I was undergoing this particular search for what should I be doing,
Yeah.
I came across this career of a personal trainer.
Nice.
Right. And I was pretty excited because what more can a player ask if he or she can earn on his or her terms and play the sport?
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
So that's how we got into the field of personal training.
Yeah.
So I picked up a certification when I had just finished my year 10 from school. And
Like your 10th standard, what they call.
Yeah, what they call.
So you're about 16 then?
Yeah, around
Okay.
16.
All right.
And because I was playing, of course, the interest was a little more towards, okay, I can exercise, I can study, I can understand what's going on.
Okay.
So when I picked up that certification.
That's personal training?
Yeah,
Or
that's
judo?
okay. That's personal training.
Okay.
Judo was already going on
So you picked up a personal training cert at 16.
at 16.
That's crazy. I've never heard of that.
So
Does that happen?
see, I was introduced to a career then. Correct.
Okay.
Then I was in college playing.
Yeah.
And then maybe see around 18ish, 17, 18
Yeah.
is when I kind of started reading about personal training.
Okay. It's about 17, 18.
17, 18.
But still, I've never really heard that. Because after that, people normally go for the... Oh, right. You would, because you would figure out your career.
Yeah, I was into a degree program. Right. So my coach kind of insisted that, no, you must do a degree program before
Right.
heading out.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the best advices that was given.
Okay.
So started a formal education in the field of personal training,
Okay.
which a lot of people, it's the field is taken as, anybody can just start training people. So a lot of people, when we come across, especially when we are, at this stage when we're hiring trainers or when you're talking to youngsters per se,
Yeah.
they kind of get into field thinking there's not much to study and there is enough money to be made.
Yeah, that's what I did.
It's true, but you also need some sort of a formal education coming in.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're dealing with people and people's lives.
Of course.
So, you do need that basic amount of knowledge,
Yeah.
if you have to train somebody.
Agree.
So, I did my degree. I was playing and we finished doing.
So what was your degree in?
Here, I first did my degree in BCom, in commerce.
You're doing a commerce
Commerce
degree,
degree.
which overseas is known as a business degree or economics,
Yeah, business.
something like that.
Yeah.
And you said you were playing. By that I mean, I think you mean judo.
Yeah. Yes.
You were competing,
Yeah.
having fun, and you were doing a cert
Then we picked up. Then I picked up.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Certain points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Certain points.
Okay.
So then we got into the field. I was freelancing then.
Yeah.
Because again I was playing and simultaneously
Yeah.
working. Then I got an opportunity to work with the Mumbai Cricket Association
Nice.
as their under 19 trainer or strength and conditioning coach.
Nice.
You would call them.
For guys, girls,
Girls, for girls.
For girls.
For girls. And in some time, I was promoted to the senior women's, and I was also the SNCF strength and conditioning coach.
The strength and conditioning
coach
Okay.
For the Indian women's cricket team.
For the national team.
For the national team.
Really?
Yes.
For the national team.
For the national team.
Oh my God! How long did that happen?
So that was, I think, in around before 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's when I left for Australia for the studies.
Why did you leave though?
I kind of wanted to change, wanted to study more.
Mm.
So what happened was, yes, my interest was and it still is more into the sports side of things.
Yeah.
But I have also started getting more inclined towards the clinical population.
The what?
The clinical population.
Oh, the clinical.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, people who come with various conditions.
Oh, okay. The clinical population.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So ideally what happened was, in my year 10, we also had kind of a personal, so my father underwent silent attack.
What attack?
A heart attack. A silent attack. It was a silent one.
A silent
It's called a silent one because it didn't occur to him till the time he went to the doctor and he expressed his symptoms to them. And they said, let's go ahead and run ECG, and then the signs showed them.
Signs of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that he'd already passed a heart attack.
Okay, but is he okay?
He's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's where actually my interest more so started a little higher in terms of dealing with the clinical population.
Okay, yeah.
Part of it.
Makes sense.
I love my sports population. I still train them. We still have them.
Yeah.
And they are a different category, and we enjoy working with them as well.
Yeah.
And actually, but that is exactly what we do at Benafsha. Is like each we don't have like a one size fit all program for all. So every individual who walks in, he or she, we study the individual in the sense we try to understand as to where they are, what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And then the exercise programs are designed as per, what their goals are and what they're looking for.
These are for people who want a personal trainer, dedicated person.
Yeah, whoever comes into Benafsha, whoever comes into contact with me or whoever is part of Benafsha would project this to you.
Even if you're not hiring a personal trainer?
Even if you're not hiring a person.
Okay.
So the minute you walk in and if you are talking about it, but of course, if you need a specialized training, for example, say if you are an athlete and you need that sort of attention, which you do, then we would definitely recommend you to, to hire a personal trainer and just start working with he or she so that you have the dedicated potential.
And so how much would a personal trainer package, for example, go for?
So we've got various packages which range from monthly, quarterly, half-yearly, and yearly.
Yeah.
So our
let's say quarterly, maybe?
Quarterly? So quarterly would come to around, say, 35,000.
35,000 rupees?
Indian rupees, yeah.
For the entire quarter?
For the
so that's 12 sessions?
Yeah, 12 sessions.
Okay.
A month.
A month?
Yeah, quarterly. 3 months.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But so I thought that was 12 sessions total, once a week.
Not once a week. 3 times a week.
So 3 times a week?
Sessions. Yeah.
Wow. And that's 36,000. That's very affordable, actually. Oh, right. I mean, especially for overseas people, that's very affordable.
Yeah.
For Mumbai people, I'm not sure. But I would pay that. Okay. That's cool. And each session is how long?
It's about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, yeah, perfect. And is that just weights? Oh, it's tailor-made, like you said.
Yeah, it's tailor-made.
Whatever they need.
Yes.
Right.
So say somebody walking in with a heart condition.
Yeah.
Is obviously at a different intensity as a
Yes.
system program. So what
Yes.
we do is once you walk in, we've understood what your requirements are,
Yes.
and you decide to sign up with us.
Right.
Yeah, we have like this thing called the health history questionnaire.
Okay.
Yeah,
The health what?
History questionnaire.
Health history questionnaire.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's like a sort of 7-page form
Yeah.
that you need to fill,
Yeah.
which tells us about what your health is,
Right.
A, and B, what your goals are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the next step, what we do is we conduct a fitness test.
Right.
Yeah. In that, we've got a series of exercises, which gives us an understanding as to where exactly you are.
Do you also have running in that?
We don't have running per se,
Okay.
because what happens is not everybody can run.
Okay, that's
Right.
good. So
So
I'll
we
pass the test then.
We have something known as a 6-minute walk test.
6-minute walk test.
Yeah. Not too hard.
Okay. Like a brisk walk or like?
Yeah, I mean, the intensity is up to you. So, I mean, we note down the speed and the.
So recently I've been doing cardio. So I'll give you my background later and you'll understand that I knew a lot about personal training before I went for the personal trainer cert, which is a formality. But recently I've been doing cardio where I set the treadmill to uphill, right? And I use barefoot shoes, which I wore here, a Vivo Barefoots. And I put it at a moderate pace till I break a sweat, but also maintaining good form. So I believe that works the muscles, especially in the thighs, the butt area, the abs, and makes you look really good. So I'm doing it more for aesthetic reasons.
All right.
But let's say there's an athlete, a school kid who comes in who's like 18, right, or 16 or 15 or 22, and the parents are very supportive and they're like, yeah, my kid needs the best like fitness supplements they can get in terms of training. You're going to give them a walk test?
No.
Or, okay.
No. So again, I mean, if we have an athlete coming in, then the test would be different.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So I may not take that particular person. I mean, depending on what sport the person is.
Yeah.
So say if I take cricket, for example, I may not take the person onto a treadmill.
Right.
Okay. I would rather have him do maybe something like a 2-minute run or a yo-yo test outside. Which would be more sport specific for him.
Okay, sport specific. Got it. Okay, that's very good then. To have people who know that like sports science stuff.
Right. So I mean, like I said, each individual is different. So I mean, when you are diving into this aspect of fitness testing per se, it's very you've got a lot of tests that you can play around with. You have to kind of choose and pick as to what will work for that particular person who's there, and again, where the person is coming from. So the reason why we designed our fitness testing for banner size and we have a walk test there is because again, running is not suitable for everybody, and not everybody can run.
Right. So would you say that you having this sports science, is it a degree? Would you say that you having this sports science degree sets you apart from some other gyms where the person might not necessarily have a sports science degree, maybe they're more old school? They're like, I was a bodybuilder when I was 20 and I started a gym. Or maybe big box gyms, like a chain, right? Because I used to work at a chain in Singapore. I don't think any of the trainers had a sports science degree. So do you notice that kind of difference in India here, or is everyone just as enthusiastic about it as you are and as educated?
No, like I told you, I mean, the education counts per se. I mean, everybody who enters into the field thinks it's okay. I don't need to study too much, and I can just, I know a few set of exercises. I'm good at counting, and I can get into the field.
Right.
So, I mean, again, having a degree per se is, of course, it's better than having. But out here, what you also have is a lot of certifications.
Okay.
Again, they call certifications because I mean, it's like if I may say, it's more so like a diploma course. Right. Wherein people just pick it up for a few months, and then they have, if they're doing an international certificate, then it's an online exam. Some exams demand you to go to that particular country, do it, and come back. Right. But of course, having a degree does set you apart. Yes. In the sense you just have a deeper understanding of what you're doing.
Of course. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So, have any of our clients perhaps expressed? I'm sure you have like 100 good testimonials, like most people do, but have they ever expressed how deep your knowledge is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think at some point it just makes them a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
In the sense they know what they're doing.
Right.
Even when you're talking with doctors, because again, the population that we deal with out here,
Yeah.
we do have a doctor on board who looks into our cardiac rehab program.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when so sometimes what happens is when people come in with conditions, you need to speak to the doctor.
Right.
Right. And by now, even the doctors know who they're speaking to.
Right.
So it gives a confidence to the doctor, knowing that the patient is in right hands.
Right.
And B, the patient or the client is more comfortable.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
So you have a doctor on your team?
Yes, we do.
Like on request? They permanently
no, he's here. So we also have something known as a cardiac rehab program.
Okay.
Right. So what doctor does is he looks into patients or clients who've undergone things like angioplasty or bypass surgeries. So what happens in a cardiac rehab program is we've got 4 stages, right? So doctor looks more into stage 2, stage 3. No, stage 1, stage 2. Stage 1 is usually done in the hospital. So you're just in the ICU.
Yeah.
You're asked to sit, you're asked to walk.
Okay.
And stage 2, you have to be monitored.
Right.
And so the same thing has to go into stage 3 also.
Right.
Now, heart conditions, right now I just spoke about 2 major things, but there are far more than those.
Right.
So again, he would monitor. So the medicines that you're taking would make a difference.
Yeah, of course.
In terms of how your heart is, how your heart rate is going.
Right.
Are you able to sustain X amount of things?
Yeah.
Then sometimes some people develop this thing known as a postural hypertension or a hypotension, high or low blood pressure. So then they're changing position. So when they're sitting to standing, sometimes they might just go planning for dizziness.
I have that. Is it bad?
I think you should get it checked.
Okay.
Just to rule it out, not scaring you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's always better to have a doctor who looks into things like that.
Yeah. No, so that's amazing. So you're not just a gym then.
Yes.
Very different.
Yeah.
So then I imagine you work with do different clinics and hospitals and people refer patients to you guys for their rehab.
We've been trying to connect to them.
Okay.
We haven't been able to establish solid connects, but nonetheless, we do have a few.
Okay.
We've got connects with podiatrists. So somebody who works with feet.
Yeah, that's cool.
He sends people to us. We speak to them.
That's great.
Yeah, and then depending on more, again, what the requirements are, it need to be, would you refer the patient to this particular.
And so you said the business is about 3 years old?
Yeah.
So imagine by the time it gets to about 10 years old, you would be aiming to have pretty solid connections in this space also.
Yeah.
And that could be a nice revenue stream as well.
Should be.
And also helping people via exercise, stretching and all these things versus just medicines. So I imagine those clinics and doctors are a little bit more open-minded and don't believe just that pharmaceuticals are going to solve everything. They might be interested in sending people to you.
They do.
Yeah.
In fact, now we've got doctors who emphasize the need to exercise.
Yeah. Well, thank God for that.
Yes, they do. And so like I told you, right? I mean, what happens is, the doctor has to be confident enough that this particular thing is working.
Yeah.
So what is happening is, with our lifestyle is becoming more and more sedentary.
Yeah.
We've been, the diseases that we are seeing, in the heart diseases, not just in the elderly, but even in the youngsters.
Yeah.
It has just shot up over the years.
Mm.
And the majority of the issue is because most people are not active.
Yep. Agree.
Okay, so this particular lifestyle, the sedentary lifestyle, which leads gradually into obesity, and that kind of starts causing most of the issues. It's not necessarily, it is a genetic issue per se, but if worked along with, if exercise, medicine, and is worked together, then I think that's what would really help you.
Yeah.
Achieve.
I'm a total skeptic when people say genetic.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's genetic. And the other day, one of the eye doctors was telling my dad it's old age. Maybe he's right about the old age bit. But when people say old age, what they mean is wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
But different people wear and tear differently based on what you've been doing.
Right.
Right? Because you have a 60-year-old who can't walk. Then you also have a 60-year-old bodybuilders like smiling, and both men and women. And so, like, where does your old age argument go when you see that, right? So, yeah.
So again, it is again the education bit that comes in as to how you are educating people.
Exactly.
Right? So when I started the conversation with you, I told you that Benafsha was just not about aesthetics per se.
Yes.
Right? Of course, we all want to look good. We want to feel good, and that's where Benafsha comes in. And that's where the exercise bit comes in. But also, we can't forget the health element.
Yes.
We can't compromise that.
Right.
So, of course, if you are healthy enough, if you're doing what you need to do, uh, and the way how you're supposed to be doing it, a lot of people, what happens is they get intimidated with the word exercise. They associate it with either lifting heavy or they associated with, I don't know, some guy just pushing you towards, okay, let's go, let's push.
Yeah.
It's not that.
It's not that.
It's not that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, getting people to know that.
Yeah.
Letting people come and have a feel of the place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you walk into Benafsha, you won't find it to be a very gloomy or an intimidating environment.
I found it very relaxing.
Yeah.
That's why I immediately started asking those questions about whether you were hiring. Because it's like, okay, yeah, this place is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's just not with the clients. We also make an attempt to have our employees happy, in the sense. We don't have a very strict work environment. We've got a quite working environment.
Yeah.
So as long as the work is done, we're fine.
Right. Yeah, that seems to be the modern culture though.
Right.
So let's talk about maybe a little bit about you now. So this is a casual chat show. So I'm going to ask you casual questions that the viewers are going to want to know about. Okay. Are you dating anyone?
No.
Do you plan to date anyone?
Well, if you find somebody, yes, definitely.
Okay, no, I was just fooling around.
Yeah.
I actually want to know about how is exercise, what has it done for you as a human other than a career? Like, what's your personal story, or not an anecdote necessarily, but just how do you feel about exercise? For me, I feel like it blends into my spiritual practices and just a way of being. It helped me to overcome bullying when I was younger. Then it just gave me more energy than all my peers. So it's just had there are so many benefits. And that's why I stick to it. So even last night at midnight, I was walking around Gateway of India for 1 hour, 52 minutes. But I actually went that long because I was arguing with my mom on the phone. But it was supposed to be a 1 hour walk. But we're both she's half Irani. And so I'm a quarter Irani. And so I think those areas just clash.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But I really think I couldn't live without wellness. So what about you? How does it impact your life? How do you feel about it?
Right. Well, exercise for me has been, I would say, a constant, but it has been different in different phases of my life.
Okay.
So as a young child, I wasn't into exercise at all. Okay, never introduced. Then I got introduced to judo. That's where I started, that's when, that was the phase when sport was everything. Right. Then there came a point in which I kind of paused playing.
Mm-hmm.
I was with the cricketing teams at that time.
Yeah.
So I could not dedicate my time myself so much with the competitive side.
Right.
And that's where I took a back step from competitions.
Right.
I do go off and on. I haven't gone recently,
Yeah.
but I do go off and on to practice.
Okay. Judo.
Yes. Sir.
Okay.
It's become very rare right now, but nonetheless, we still go.
Okay.
And that was my turning point. That is when I realized, because even while I was on the cricketing team, I used to go and practice more so, because it kind of more than physically, it gave me a mental balance. So I realized every time I was into playing or not playing per se, into practice or into some form of physical activity or something, I would be a little more stable in the sense, my mental balance would be a little okay.
Yes.
Then again, there was, then as you started getting older, your fitness per se becomes even more important.
Yes.
Because then the minute I'm not doing or not into some sort of wellness regime, or if I haven't done my morning runs or my evening cardio, or I haven't gotten some form of exercise into the day, then I start. I mean, you know what? When you've done an exercise session, more than anything else, what happens is you start feeling good about yourself.
Yeah.
It's just like a mental thing. It's just the
Yeah.
endorphins kicking in, and
Yeah.
you're just happy, and
Yeah.
you're kind of just stable. You know what you're doing.
Okay.
But say if the regime is off for a couple of days,
Yeah.
I am off. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know what you mean. I feel the same thing. So scientifically, I think you might have studied this. So when your muscles are working and your blood is pumping and your body's having movement, does that affect? I'm sure it does, but does it affect like the chemistry and the hormones
It
and
does. It
the
does.
balance and does, right?
It does.
Right. So then, if we use that and stuff like like Robin Sharma would say, like you have to exercise in the morning, you have to move, have some movement, 20 minutes of movement, and I would probably try to do the same thing. Then wouldn't it be true that every healthy functioning human being is going to have some form of movement in their day rather than just sitting at a desk?
Absolutely.
Right. And most humans are not getting that. Not most, but a lot are not
Yes.
getting that.
That's where I told you. That's where most problems are arising from.
Mhm. Yeah. And would you say it's a bit deeper since we are in India right now? I can't help but observe. Actually, no, I'm not being biased there, but it feels a bit like all the Indian old ladies I meet. Some of them, actually, I think, no, I'm not being biased, but due to the cultural sort of conditioning that has happened in some places, where, and I just heard this from 2 interviews ago, where a famous journalist was telling me like that women have been conditioned to serve the man, to be a homemaker. Nothing wrong with being a homemaker. It's beautiful. But if you're a homemaker that's sitting in a chair for like 8 hours, I think your spine and your hips and your legs are not really getting the movement you need. And then they also don't know anything about anything because then they are not in the workforce, out of touch with the internet, no information, no further studies needed if the husband's providing, for example. And then what happens is they sort of just degenerate slowly. I've noticed that. Of course, it happens with other races too, obviously. But since we're in India right now, let's talk about India. Do you see that happening? And how can they get out of it? So, like, for me, I'm a life, health, and spirituality coach all in one. So somebody would come to me and go like, "There's this like lady who was texting me on the way here, my grandma's cousin, and she's like, I have a wrist problem and a liver problem and arthritis and this and that," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." I was just thinking. I was thinking as you were speaking, I could send her here, but I'm also thinking, where do I begin to explain to her that she maybe needs to do some barefoot walking, she maybe needs to stretch a little bit, she maybe needs to learn a little bit about exercise. Do you get old lady,
We do.
old Indian lady clients like that?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
So that's what I said. So as soon as the person walks in,
Yeah.
we kind of try to understand what the requirements are,
Mhm.
right? Now this thing, what happens is it's yes, serving the man is one thing, one cultural factor which comes in,
Yeah.
right? But it's just not about serving the man. What happens is they also look into serving the family,
Yes.
right? And they'll end up putting everybody else in front
In front, yeah.
and themselves behind.
Behind, yes.
Where I start my conversations with people, I mean with women who come from that sort of a background, is that if you don't look after yourself, how are you going to look after the others?
Yeah.
If you are not, if you can't move,
Yeah.
then you are more dependable, which means that you are creating more of a problem for other people.
Yes.
So I mean, you don't want to be a burden in any form, a liability to anyone.
Yeah.
So and that is something which kind of clicks with them, and they do sign up for the program, and they do start feeling better.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, and while they're into the program is when, of course, in the initial stages, you tell them about the benefits of exercise that boys are having. You don't directly start coaching on the weight loss aspect, you say, but you know that, okay, you'll be able to be pain free, you'll be able to moving properly. More often than not, it's just that the lack of movement which is causing all these issues. And they automatically start feeling better. Like I have this lady who comes in, the same background, when she joined in, and now today, maybe say 2 months down, like 3 months down the line, she's like, I'm feeling so much better. I can move more. I can work faster. So I really, and then and I think the biggest plus that she had, she said, now I can go and buy vegetables myself. Oh, which was like a big tick for her. I mean, because she's like, I don't have to depend on somebody to go and get them for me. So I can choose what I want, and I can go. I may not be able to carry all the load, but at least I can get some. So I mean, these seem very little, but those are like very major factors.
Subtle changes. No, that's definitely a big thing. Subtle changes. And I don't know if you're into spirituality, but I recently came off a course where one of the light workers, have you heard that term, light worker? Okay. So a miracle activation course for light workers. And I've been in touch with other realms for a while now. And one of the charts he shows that like a person who's in this, for example, a love vibration is, without knowing it, affecting the aura of like 18,000 people around them in like a 10 km radius or something. Someone who's in a happiness vibration so us just having a laugh here is actually healing people around us without us or them knowing it.
Right.
And so, like I would say that even if a person's more happy at home, like you said, that'll probably impact their family too.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Would see them maybe smiling versus like grumpy. And I also do face readings, and I can't help but notice that some people, they want to call it resting bitch face, but it's not. It's just that they're sad.
Yeah.
But you can actually see their lips are turned this way.
Okay.
In their resting position. I'm like, what happened in their life that they're just, the whole lips are like that? I'm like, huh? Like, how is that even possible? But it is. So I can see that on like people's faces. And so I would, exercise would help them, wouldn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
So it's again, it's not the physical part, but it's also the mental part,
Exactly.
which plays a very major role.
Yeah. Do you think there's such a thing as too much exercise?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm probably having that right now.
It depends.
Okay.
So, whenever you start with an exercise program, again, we emphasize on progressive exercise programs, which means you start off, again, depending on where you are, but you start off low and you progress gradually. Like a lot of people feel when you talk about strength training, they feel, oh, it means lifting 100 kgs. No, it's not that. You start with 2.5 or maybe 0.5. It's okay. And then slowly and gradually be progressive. And then, of course, safety is our major priority.
Good.
So no matter, that's another reason why when I'm hiring trainers per se, I take a very long time.
Right.
Because I need somebody who understands these elements. Not that it's done on purpose, but sometimes we're just trying to overshoot somebody's capacity, or maybe say lifting, or it might land up back than we were supposed to.
Yeah. And maybe I'll ask you for a personal tip. So like, are you in control of your body? You seem to be. Okay. So can you do things like hanging leg raises or whatever?
I don't get into that.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So do your abs on the floor?
Yeah, I prefer doing the floor.
Okay, so but
there's nothing wrong in doing that. Again, but like I said, I would treat it as an advanced exercise. Personally, I don't see the need of somebody hanging and doing, say, a leg raise per se. What is it that you're trying to achieve in that particular movement? That's one thing. Secondly, it's again my personal choice of me not liking an exercise that I call it maybe a fancy exercise. I may not be needed.
Okay.
And pardon me, but sometimes when you see certain videos, or when you see, I call it more of a circus than,
Right.
I
No,
mean,
totally.
how is it going to benefit you? I mean,
Yeah.
it could.
Good.
See, any exercise that you choose or
Yeah.
you do, you always weigh the risk to benefit ratio.
Right.
And then you go ahead with whatever
Right.
needs to be done.
Right. Okay, so let's say you're doing exercises that are safe according to you, that you enjoy. How do you, because you seem kind of strong, like I'm just looking at your legs and I was looking at them in the pictures yesterday on your Facebook. And for some reason, I tend to notice people's knees and joints. Because when you look at a joint, we can instantly tell how lean the person is, how much training they've had, because it's easy to build, like, let's say, uh, arms that start to bulge, but it's harder to build tone around the elbow.
Right.
So someone who's been exercising for 10 years, you'll see like they have some pretty solid tone around their triceps and forearms and stuff. So I know that you know what you're doing, but isn't it a risk for people who know what they're doing? Let's say like you and me, for example. Don't you feel the urge sometimes to overdo in the gym?
Yes, you do. I mean, see,
Because
we
I
are
feel that
humans.
every workout. So
Yeah, let's see. We are humans at the end of the day. We
Yeah.
do land up doing. Again, like I told you, I played judo. I mean, it's a martial art, right?
That's right.
And I may be biased towards it, but all sports are fantastic when you're playing and you're doing it. But when you are into martial art like judo, like per se, typically, in simple words, it's literally just picking up and throwing the person, using the opposite person's force or things like that. You have every single muscle in your body which is working.
Okay.
I mean, right from head to toes, when you're moving, when you're lifting, when you're getting into the groundwork, etc. So, and when you start reaching or maybe start competing or playing or whatever, any sort of sport or doing, getting into exercises again, I think that's where, involving your full body per se comes into play. I don't know if it makes sense, but
Yeah. Evolving too much.
no, involving.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, so
My question was, would you want to overdo things though?
Personally, no, but yes, sometimes you do land up.
Yeah. Because like I'm doing 8 sets.
So for example, I tell you, I've done this one thing. So I had just come down from Australia. And as in I was traveling in between.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what exactly it was, but I was there. But I always made it a point to hit my dojo once at least whenever I was here within the. So when I was here, I landed up going for practice just the day before I was leaving back to go to Australia.
Right.
Right. And after that, I could not move. I had to fly back to Australia.
Yeah.
It was like a long flight, and then so yeah, I mean,
Okay.
So I mean, your question of yes, we do tend to.
Yeah, we do.
But again, when we are training or when we are talking to people, or even now, I mean, now when I am training myself, whatever, I know when to stop.
Okay.
Like if I haven't done, say, a workout in 10 days, I won't go all out into it.
Yeah.
I will implement the principle of progression.
Yeah, gradually go back into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a problem for me though, because when I know like I'm doing like stiff-legged deadlifts, let's say, or something, and I'm like, oh, 8 sets of 10, great, but I can do 10. Let's do 10. Then I'll do 12, and then I won't be able to move for 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's been like, yeah.
See, that's when having a qualified personal trainer, comes into play.
Yeah, but what if I am a qualified personal trainer?
Then you should probably implement the principles of all that you've been learning.
Yeah, well, oh well. So I did the personal trainer cert as a.
Cert did you do on it?
I believe it was called NCSF,
Okay.
National Council on Strength and Fitness,
Okay.
which is from some country, I don't know, US or somewhere. But I have been already training people and doing my own fitness stuff for like 18 years before that. And so just in 2020 during COVID, it was like, oh, everyone needs to scramble to make money somehow or the other. So I was like, I might as well get this add on something. So I started reading the textbook. I was like, this is not a cert. This is a whole degree. Like, I can't
That's what I said.
Yeah, I can't finish this in 3 months. Like, but luckily, I've read up a lot of fitness and health books before that, smaller ones, thick ones, but smaller ones. I really got into this program by Men's Health. They had once released a book called Muscle, written by, co-written with the Australian Olympic weightlifting team's strength coach or something. So they described like every single exercise you could need possibly from everywhere to everywhere.
Right.
Um, it probably don't go into ones like using bands and doing calf rotations or rotated cuff stuff. They don't go that advanced, but every basic exercise, like they would have 6 different variations of the pull up, and so pretty deep, like as deep as you can go basic wise, different calf raises and whatnot. So I did study that. I used that when I was at canoeing, when I was at hockey, in the army, when I was in the army. And then I could see my athletic performance just skyrocket after using that. And so, and of course, along the way, you learn a few tricks of your own and things.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I just did that as I guess I guess for most guys, I don't know about girls, but for most guys who grew up reading magazines or, I mean, now it's the internet, it's all about like, I want to look good.
Yeah, it's for girls too.
For girls too.
For girls too.
I want to look good. And then sometimes like you say, like you might not have the relevant training. And you go so far into looking good and like, how come my shoulder can't move for 8 months? So I once made the mistake of like following this YouTube video. You must have probably seen him around on YouTube, Athlete X, Jeff Cavalier.
Yeah, horrible.
The really excited guy that looks like a squirrel. His face looks like a squirrel, but he's like this buff. And like, he's like your friendly neighborhood dad or husband teaching everyone how to work out. And he did like a shoulder. He said, so on YouTube videos, we always put headings that make people click in. He said, do this to explode your shoulders. And I exploded them so much I couldn't move my shoulder for like 9 months. I've only just recovered all the mobility to be able to do the stretches I used to be able to do and all that. It took 9 months of like physio, stretching, 6 weeks of not doing any shoulder exercises because I kept doing them, and the physio was like, and even this other German chick who lives in our condo, she used to be a gymnast when she was young. Now she's 50. So my shoulders just like, I was like, what exercise, what stretch should I do for this thing? She's like, no, just don't do anything for 6 weeks. Like, you need to let it rest first.
Yeah.
Have you let it rest since you got injured? I was like, no.
Yeah,
and
right.
So all this.
So that's where again the qualification has come into play, because what we've seen again in recent times is a lot of people either go onto YouTube, click on YouTube, try, and then land up either overdoing things. And like you said, right, you went and asked as to what should I be doing, and she was just like, you just need to rest.
Yeah.
Like, knowing what to do, how much to do, when to do is extremely important.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you're saying that exercise makes you feel better, sharper, gets your head on straight.
Yeah.
I imagine that helps also with running a business.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, that's what I meant by saying that. Yeah, if I don't get my runs in, I'm not okay.
Okay. Did you say runs?
And to be very honest, I'm not too much of a cardio person per se.
Yeah.
As in, I used to dread them even during my playing days.
Right.
And I had to motivate myself. So we usually used to do our outdoor trainings at, there's a race course out there.
Yeah.
So we used to do it there, and it's around say 2 to 2.2 kilometers, the track.
Oh, there's a track.
Yeah, there's a track.
Right.
So I mean, it's open to everybody. So
you guys go there? Banner size?
Not banner size.
Oh.
So I mean, for my personal and my coach, tall man, I don't know how, but every time we stopped, how he could see us, but every time we stopped at the corner, he would know that we have stopped somewhere or something or the other.
Okay.
And so like he would be standing at the start point and be like, did you stop at that particular point? And I was like, how did you know that I stopped at that particular point? I mean, how did you see me there?
Yeah.
But the point was that when I say run, it's maybe not too much. It maybe just a 15, 20-minute thing.
Slow jog.
Slow jog.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I don't get that in, maybe not again. As it.
Maybe I should start running again. I've probably not been okay for like 3 years.
Okay.
But then,
What's
yeah.
happening?
Oh,
Okay.
no, just like mood swings.
Okay.
But I guess that's also
It's
natural when
again
you're an artist.
the start that matters. In between, I had gone completely off my workouts, and not just workouts, but whatever. There were a couple of personal events which were happening, and which you were just you just didn't find the time or the inclination because you were just not in that frame of mind to get in some additional stuff happening. But later on, when they came a point in which I was like, okay, now it's getting too much. Like, enough is enough. So once you hit that point, you kind of need somebody, or you just have to like kind of push yourself a little more just to get started.
Yeah.
No,
totally.
Additional self motivations and discipline.
Yeah,
Which also comes in with an exercise regime because once you sign up for the program, then until and unless you're not disciplined or you're not regular, you're not going to be able to achieve what you want.
Correct. Yeah, I feel scared of commitment.
I understand.
But I feel excited to just do it on my own. I rather make myself commit than have somebody else.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I mean, as long as you're doing it, it's all about setting in the discipline. I mean, once you start going, you just need to be there.
Yeah, actually, that brings to mind an interesting topic about spirituality. So on my second episode, I interviewed a student who is studying at Singapore or National University of Singapore, studying philosophy. Previously, he and his girlfriend were national swimmers for Pakistan. They decided to not do that anymore. And his line was, because we thought there are more meaningful things to do in our life. And I read this book, Conversations with God. I don't know if you read it. It's fantastic. You should check it out.
Yeah.
And it's very thick though. 3 volumes that were written like 25 years ago. And then a 4th volume was written recently. The 4th volume is called Awaken the Species.
Okay.
And so it says that all competition is a waste of time. So this year, actually, I was going to sign up so in the athletics world, after 35, it's called Masters.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was going to sign up for Masters for running because so I did a music degree, but one of my music teachers from there, she was always very sporty. And I was like, how come this lady looks so fit all the time? Like teaching music theory, but not to be obscene or anything, but then she would turn around and like writing stuff on the board. And I'm just looking at her body up and down because that was the age where you do that. This is like 22. And I was like, how is she built like an athlete but teaching music theory? And I finally realized that she really likes sports. And then she recently told me like now she's like turning 50 or something and she's competing. And she was like, oh, you're just turned 35. You would be great because you'd be like the youngest in 35 to 40. So you would be in a great position to actually win some things if you train with us for a year. So I started training for running, which I've never done in my life, like running as a sport. And then I just had this spiritual reminder coming back to me going, what is this for exactly? Like, even if I win, even if I represent Singapore, even if I win a gold medal or whatever, what does it do? It does nothing. And I had that intuition to ask you that when you were describing how you went from competing to more of coaching. Have you ever explored topics like these and in your own mind or with people? And what do you think?
So my take on this would be, I believe that each person has, his or her own perspective. In the sense, how you look at yourself, how you look at other things too. Right? For an athlete, for example, winning is going to be everything. So he or she is going to do anything to get that particular gold medal.
Right.
I mean, it's just a way of, I think, being, right? In life, per se, I mean, of course, I mean, we are all going to reach one end, and which is probably that we don't know what's going to happen post that. So, in that sense, why we are competing, what we are doing, may not really make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, depends on where people are. So it's very hard for me to pick and say. So when I stopped playing, basically, I felt. So what happens with judo is you've got weight classes, right? And I kind of actually played a very low weight category. So initially, when I started, I didn't start with a very low weight category, but then later on, again with studies and stuff, I put on weight when I had dropped weight. And when you're playing, you don't think of the science, and you don't think of sustainability, etc. You just want to play, and just want to play, and that's how your mentality is at that time,
okay.
that age.
Okay.
But I think. Like I said, it all depends on where you are in that particular time of the world and how you look at it.
Yeah. So how do you look at it now? Do you think there's a point for beating?
I would say to each his own. I mean,
Yeah, and to you,
depends.
what's your
So if I am competing,
yeah?
uh, if I'm playing a sport, yes,
Yeah.
I do want to win.
Yes.
So I do have, I mean, of course, I mean, even otherwise, if I'm doing something, I would want it to be in a particular way, reach a particular place.
Okay.
That's the right word.
Yeah. Yeah. So that keeps you focused.
Yeah, so that keeps you focused.
But would you want to play a sport where you would know that you would want to win?
Yeah.
You would want
Yes.
to. Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, again, it's something that I have, or probably it's just my way of thinking. Like, but at this point, I don't know if I'll be able to actually see. It's just not about winning, right? I mean, it's about the commitment that you put towards the sport, towards yourself, towards the responsibility that you have.
Right.
All right. I mean, we're just comparing it to, uh, you know, um, Virat Kohli standing up for his team, when he's batting, for example.
Right.
Or, yeah, it could be anything. So, yeah.
Okay. So the reason why I brought that up is because you guys offer massage, by the way.
No, not yet.
Yeah, you guys should do that. I would totally sign up. Oh my god, my neck is killing me. Okay, so the book says, so it talks about life and gives you every single answer you would want on anything. And the reason why it says all competition is pointless is because it says no human wins when another loses.
Mhm. Absolutely. It depends, again.
You just said
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
but that's true. I mean,
Yeah.
so recently, and if not there, but
Yeah.
I was reading this book called Seven, the Seven Principles of Effective Living.
Highly effective people.
Yeah, of highly effective people.
Yeah.
Sorry. And in that he talks about the various principles, and one of it talks about is the win lose. The mention the responsibly, and he does talk about the win-win principle also. But so, I mean, in anything that you're doing, how do I explain it to you? Post a particular time, you do want to kind of come to a negotiation which is a win-win, so that both parties are benefiting out of it.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, so you're basically saying you don't want to compete anymore.
You're
You're saying you're reaching a maturity level where
yeah, you could say that.
you're definitely entertaining the thought right now.
Yeah, but I mean, if I had to play again or get into play again, I would. Of course.
Right. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. Could you describe or share with us like some spiritual practices you're into? How big a part in your life is maybe prayer, spirituality? Do you believe in a God? How much do you like nature? Where are you on your spiritual stuff?
Uh, so with regards religion, I'm not too much into it.
All right.
But yes, I mean, off and on, I might drop into a Thai temple.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want a little bit of peace per se.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Or I love getting. That's where actually I like doing my cardio, or say outdoors, or going for a walk outdoors, is because I like being more so in nature. You know what I mean? Moving around, not in traffic, but if possible,
Yeah.
if you get some green patch, or that's where you like the race course, because you kind of have the greenery with you.
Oh.
You have the horses with you,
Okay.
and you have people. I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, So maybe just sitting there and maybe just
Yeah.
talking. All.
So did Australia have more nature than Singapore?
Yes.
I mean, than India?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So do you miss it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Interesting.
So Australia, India is too. It's a very beautiful country, and especially with the beautiful beaches and stuff, comes even more.
Yeah.
They just adds on to it.
Right.
But Bombay has too. But I think what happens is here, say if you want to go from point A to point B, say when you go for a drive somewhere, it's just that either the traffic is so much that it just kind of kills you towards instead of making you kind of fresh, it gets you
Yeah.
a little like while they come out kind of a thing.
I know. I've been going to the gym at night to not go mad after all the driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about the air though? Because I noticed over here when I came in 2007, I and my brother, we were both really fit and we were like, let's go for a run. So we were staying at Dadar with my step grandma, and we just put on our like singlets and shorts and just started running. 15 minutes in, I was having an asthma attack because the air was pretty bad.
Right.
But now I've noticed there's a different kind of smog in the air the past few days.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my cousin, she told me, who lives in Mumbai, she was like, "Oh, this is normal. People wear masks now." So how is the air? Can you actually go for a run?
It is pretty bad. That's where I prefer places like Race Course or Green Patch if possible. It's very rare, but you do find them sometimes. Um, I would highly not advise people to go out, and that's why I said we don't go out in traffic because not recommended. We got a lot of construction work going on, a lot of dust in the lands are being more harmful than productive.
Yeah.
Um, but if you have like say a garden or say, I'm pretty fine with the race course. Though a lot of people don't like it because sometimes it's the sand which kind of not sand, the mud which kind of
Right.
so you don't have a synthetic track per se, it's natural track.
Oh, a natural track.
Yeah, so it's kind of like mud.
Really? So you run on mud with
Yeah.
these shoes?
Yeah, I have other pair of shoes.
Okay. 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 But the egg, is it possible? Is fine or run? Is kind of pollution going on? Is it breathing it in, taking out,
I know.
or it doesn't really matter?
No, it matters. But
It matters.
yeah, it does.
So is it cleaner inside the gym because of the air conditioning?
Yeah.
It is cleaner. Ah,
And we also emphasize a lot on the area being clean.
the air being clean.
So,
Yeah, I noticed it's quite a clean gym. Yeah.
all due respect, you've got people who sign up for a gym that has less rate, and then they end up coming back here. And one of their complaints has been cleanliness. Into the yeah. So,
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. So, would you say your gym is currently at full capacity?
No.
Not yet. So you still have
We're not very big either in size,
Right.
but
you still have hours that are not too busy. Some hours that are very busy. So, who runs group classes in this video we're sitting in right now?
so we've got a couple of classes that Parasize runs. We've got yoga, we've got Bollywood dancing that we have.
Yeah.
We also have Zumba, which is off and on.
Right.
So these are like the Parasize classes per se.
Yeah.
Then we've got third parties, two of them, very lovely ladies. One who conducts a Kathak class. And there's another one who conducts Bollywood dance classes.
Just freelancers.
Yes.
So, do they rent your studio?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Is this place available for rent?
Yes.
So, let's say somebody wanted to teach Reiki. Can they do it here?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. So, as long as they're not teaching anything related to drugs, alcohol, anything in the wellness space, you might be cool with. That's interesting. That's nice. And your partner's name is Hormones?
Yep.
And so, how did that partnership come into being? Because it does say Benafsha.
Yeah. So ideally, he was in Australia with me. He's actually my child.
Nice.
much older to me.
Nice.
But we were in Australia together. While I was doing my fitness degree, he was doing his hotel management there. Yeah.
Right.
And one fine day, he just asked me, as you know, what is it that you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the time I told him, I said, I would like to set up my own. I initially started the thought of going into only a cardiac rehab center. It's simply because I like the heart a lot as an organ.
Okay. That's the first time I've heard anybody say that in my life.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's great.
I mean,
Makes good interviews.
Back in Australia, we had, we've got anatomy as one of our subjects, right? And so that's where, so out there we had to go and study on pedals, right? To actually see the muscles or see the organs.
Oh my God.
And no, it's fun. I'm sorry, but
okay.
So when we saw the heart,
you strike me as a bit spooky. Okay, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, that's what I think I came like one of us and he's just like, okay, stop. So I messaged one of my friends, like we're getting friends, and I was like, dude, I saw the heart, and this is how it is. And he's just like, dude, what is wrong with you? And I'm like,
oh my God.
So one of my
you're a witch. You're a spiritual witch.
I know. I mean, it's just
that likes the heart and exercise. It's all making sense now. Now the trees and the horses, I'm putting all the pieces together. Oh my God. We should definitely do a past life reading and see who you were.
Oh yeah.
Have you done any?
No.
Okay, you ever carry on?
Okay.
So you guys used to cut open?
No, we did not cut open.
Oh.
So I mean, those things were ready for us.
Oh,
we just had to see them.
See them. Okay.
We didn't cut open anything. No,
okay.
No, we don't do that.
Okay.
So I mean, it's just so that you have a better understanding of what, say a muscle is or an organ is.
Yeah.
So I mean, heart is one thing. You also saw the brain, the kidneys.
Yeah.
And later on, when just before you were starting, a lot of people told me that that why would you only want to explore one dimension when you actually have experience and so-called knowledge into the other dimensions.
Right.
So like the musculoskeletal system, or dealing with people who got things like say diabetes, hypertension, etc. So why restrict yourself only to one ailment or one element? And I think that was the most sound advice that I got. Because out here now, we don't really have cardiac patients, but we've got cancer survivors, we've got the elderly population which come to us, we've got the younger people who come to us, 18-year-olds, 18-year-olds.
That's cool.
We've got the athletic population come to us. Then of course, I mean, somebody who doesn't want to actually sign up for a program also can sign up for our group classes. So we have a good, nice mix. Nice. Something which is for everybody and something like that could everybody.
Nice. Actually, I have a friend who left a big healthcare company, I believe called Pathway Health, in Singapore and India. I think they had a few hospitals or something. He left pharma to try to be a holistic health consultant, and he sees people who go like from chemo to full recovery without any sort of drugs. And helps people with lifestyle changes and stuff. So maybe I can hook up with him as well, where maybe he can send you clients and so on. Yeah, that's cool.
So I mean, everything that we do, I mean, that we do is, helping people achieve their goals through exercise. Right. So that is where exercise comes into play, because actually, it's the exercise that is at the heart of everything.
Right. And have you ever been in, I was about to say, have you ever been a business person?
No. This is my first time ever being into.
Really? So before these 3 years, what were you doing?
So I was a freelancer.
Freelance personal trainer?
Personal training, yeah. So I used to go house to house training people.
Really?
Yes.
I tried that. Isn't it tiring?
Yeah, but I kind of enjoyed it.
You enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, that was where I realized my calling for the clinical population. If I may say calling.
Yeah. I don't know. I get exhausted teaching.
Yeah, it is exhausting.
I have taught for 13 years though, but I started teaching kids and adults drums
Uh-huh.
because I had a degree in drums. So 10 years of that. And then I was like, wait, this can't be my whole life. It was like one,
That's true.
2, 3, 4.
That's what we tell traders when they come in, because they're very keen on freelancing. Again, when you're young, you don't look too much into things like stability, or you don't consider these factors of, oh, I'm going to get tired, hard work, chances
Yeah.
hard work. It's, I think, again, the saying of pick money and, getting to do whatever
Yeah.
I want to do in
Yeah.
a short amount of time. That happens.
Exactly.
That's when you tell them that it is going to be tiring,
Yeah.
but for how long are you going to be able to sustain it? Because you can't sustain it.
Right.
At some point you do need stability coming in. You need to be at one
Yeah.
particular place.
Yeah. And also, I think it depends what you're teaching.
Yeah.
So a lot of the music kids I had, a lot of them were there because their parents wanted them to be there.
Okay.
Some of them were there and it would become therapy sessions. And that's where I realized my potential as a life coach, because the parents don't know, but some kids would come there and just bitch about their parents for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what have you learned today after the drum lesson? I'm like, okay, we practiced for like 5 minutes, but your son insisted on talking for like 25 minutes. So there was so much to express. One kid just came there and started crying.
Okay.
And like, my mom sent me for swimming class, then Chinese class, then drum class, then kite flying, then this. I was like, oh my God.
See, the same thing happens to
Stressed out.
adults too.
Yeah.
So whether you are at Benafsha, or whether when I used to be going training people one-on-one.
Yeah.
People have a lot, and they don't. Exercise is not the be all and end all. So you also have to look at their mental aspect as to how they are.
Yes.
Are they okay?
Mm.
Sometimes physically they're fine, mentally they're not okay.
Yeah.
And they don't need somebody to talk to. They don't need somebody to express to
Yes.
and to confide
Correct.
with them.
Yeah.
And I often used to, whoever comes in for coaching or exploring the career per se,
Yeah.
I would end up telling them
Yeah.
that you are by far. Actually, this particular sentence was told to me by one of my colleagues when I had just joined the cricket team.
Right.
And I found it very true, not just with the athletes, but also with somebody else. So that person had told me, unfortunately, he's no more. But he had told me that you are the best friend of the athletes.
Mm.
In the sense that particular, when you are, of course, that is a different thing. When you're playing, it is a different scenario. But even in real life, and when you're dealing with something, like when you are, when the athlete will come and tell you what is happening, things which he will not be able to express to the coach, things that he will not be able to express to maybe his colleague, maybe his physio, but they will come and tell you.
Yeah.
So, the same thing applies even when you are into one-on-one coaching, or even you are,
Yeah.
healing
Yeah.
life, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all life coaches.
Yes.
I know that's what I realized was happening, and I thought about it and realized even my hairstylist is a life coach.
Okay.
Because as they're cutting, when I had hair, like you're talking to them, they're advising you and so on. Women go for like nails, get their manicures. They're talking. Masseuse is talking. Physiotherapist is talking. Everyone's talking, right? So yeah, it's a good way. So it's really a healing kind of profession in a sense.
I think it's by far one of the most fulfilling professions that one would be in.
Yeah.
It has its challenges,
Yeah.
but that it's not easy.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think it's like, for example, sometimes if I'm here at like 7 a.m. in the morning, it's just the sheer dedication that people have to get in and they get in their workouts. It's amazing, and you can see it because it's
Yeah.
somebody would wonder as to why this particular person has got the results and I'm not getting the results. But that person is showing up every day and doing what he or she needs to do.
Yeah.
It's as and I think at some point when you are seeing those kind of people as neighbors or whatever, and when you are kind of a little low at times, you'll end up getting inspired by that.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Well, that is.
And there does come a time in which you're just like, I think I don't want to do it.
Mm.
But then you have this little small thing which comes in and you're like, okay, that is the reason why I'm doing this. And I don't want to give up or whatever.
Yeah. Little moments of inspiration. Definitely. What do you do? What do you do for fun, actually?
For fun,
Are you so busy with the business you have no time? Or
right
is this
now,
fun?
yes, but no, but this is fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself the other day, like, you know, I am not a person which would probably enjoy a very stable life, so like getting up, going to office, coming back, something like that.
Mm.
And I was like, I wanted an adventure, and I think I got it.
Yeah.
So I mean, no 2 days are same. I mean, there's something or the other which is coming up, and you're dealing with
Yeah.
maybe a different issue, but you are still dealing with it.
Oh my God, I'm tempted to apply to work here. I don't know what's happening. Something's definitely happening. There's been this series of interviews which are all like fortunate coincidences.
Okay.
I'll tell you more about it off the camera, but episode 2 or 3 covers it. But anyway, we can chat more about that. So, okay, so the most important thing is, how do people contact you if they want to? Do they have to go? Where would they go? Website, Facebook,
I think as of now, Instagram would be like the most.
Instagram. You reply to messages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even Facebook is fine.
Yeah, because I notice sometimes people are shy, but they might message you like,
No.
"I'm a woman, you're a woman, I'm having this issue. What do you think?"
Yeah, you can. Most
Yeah.
of people.
Okay, so guys, we'll drop all those links. Benafsha's links.
Yeah.
Glad I got
my name.
Glad I got that right. Wait, how do you say it?
Benafsha.
Benafsha's links in the description on YouTube. If you guys are watching, if you guys are listening to this on the podcast, it might be in the podcast description, but do head over to our YouTube channel to check out her links and contact her about any training you need, any help you need. She covers a wide range of things as mentioned in this entire interview. Can they add you up on socials?
Yes.
They can add you up on socials. She's your friend.
Yeah.
She can be. And stay tuned to the other episodes. And thanks so much for the interview. Appreciate that. And thanks for arranging it and being okay on such short notice. And all right. So thanks so much, guys. And see you on the next one. Bye. So Benafsha, right?
Yes. And how do I pronounce
Use
it?
Zephyr.
Zephyr.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say it again?
Zephyr.
No, your name.
Benafsha.
Benafsha. So it's a bit of a E versus a. So it's Benafsha.
Benafsha.
Benafsha. Yeah, I was just gonna touch on that. Okay. The only thing I'm worried about is the echo, but I think that should be fine. He's
He's excited.
Okay. So let me check that out.